Hi, I'm Chris Haigh and this is the Fiddle Channel, and today we're going to do an Italian tune, Arrivederci Roma. Arrivederci Roma is a lovely Italian tune from 1955, written by Renato Rascal. And I think there was a kind of a golden age of Italian popular music back in the 50s when there were lots of American films made in Italy using Italian themes. There's a whole load of these kind of Italian tunes from that period, and I do have an Italian collection of 20 tunes on my Patreon page, which you may find useful if you like this kind of tune. It's a very simple tune, but there's lots and lots you can do with it. I'm first of all going to give you the very basic melody, and then I'll give you lots of suggestions for how you can improve it. 1, 2, 3... Okay, so the melody itself is very simple, but you're missing out a lot. And whenever I play a tune like this, I remember one of the few mortifying times when I was really told off after a gig for not doing a good enough job. And it was a solo violin gig, a kind of strolling gig at some kind of function. And the agent was there, and she told me in no uncertain terms after the gig that I was not doing a good job. She didn't really explain what was wrong, but I kind of worked it out, that playing tunes like this, which is what I was doing, is not good enough. You have to add a lot. You have to make it kind of virtuosic. You've got to give some impression of the chords. You've got to add some harmony. You've got to give variation. You've got to go up the octave, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to try and show you some of that kind of thing. So the first thing, the chord sequence, it goes from a G to a C minor, to a G major. And the melody doesn't tell you that, but it's a lovely little change. So we can simply go, stick in an E flat underneath it. And that's the kind of thing that we're going to do. So whenever there's an interesting chord, we're going to make something of it. If you're playing it up an octave, which is a good idea, we're going to do the same thing. This is the third finger playing a C natural and the second finger playing an E flat. And there, that is a harmony using a technique I call the scale of sixths. And you teach your fingers to do that, and all you have to think about is the upper note of the melody, and the lower finger just knows what to do. And I do have a video called The Scale of Sixths, which will explain how to do that. So I'm going to play, I'll play this with the backing. I'll play it once through, straight as I first played it, and then I'm going to add the double notes. So you can see we've already livened it up a lot by doing that. I jumped up the octave. You could do once through and then up the octave. You could start on the higher octave if you wanted. You can drop in the harmonies when you like. I tend to like to do them when there's a descending scale, like there for example. So you certainly don't have to harmonise the whole thing. A cymbal trick, just for a bit of fun. A bit of tremolo, imitating the old mandolins. You can be a lot freer with the rhythm. So you can play out of tempo, you can delay notes, you can shorten notes. Let me just give you a little bit of that. That's another thing. When it goes from C to E7 to A minor to D. So rather than just ignoring that, I've got that nice little run as well. You're doing the upper octave, that. And then when you've got that long note, you can do a descending run or some kind of run up if you're going to go up the octave. There's another little thing you can do, and that's we've got I think it's a Begin rhythm. I don't really know much about Latin rhythms, but that would be quite effective, I think, if you're playing with a band or with a guitarist or accordionist, to do that some of the time. Certainly not all of the time. So there's loads that you can do with this. I'll play you a couple of times around now and just mess around, maybe improvise more towards the end. We'll just see how it goes. Just one more thing I noticed. Da 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 da. Whole note, quarter note triplets are a really useful thing for this kind of tempo and this kind of rhythm. and I do have a video explaining how to count quarter note triplets. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. As I say, I do have a collection of 20 of these kind of tunes on my Patreon page. If you want a free PDF of this one, then do subscribe to the channel, send me an email, I will send you a free PDF. And if you join me on Patreon, then that will very much help to keep these videos coming. Thank you for watching, see you again soon.